And we have promote a free meal for the first 100 customers, a free meal every month for a year, and every week for a year. And he carries a tent with him in his sleeping bag, and he says he slept out more often with his customers on Wednesday night than he has with his wife. But they'll come 24 hours ahead of time. If you can want to participate, keep up on the website or something you call it, where you can get the future of Chick Fil A and find out where the next grand opening is going to be. We have some that come by air, some travel 500 miles, get to the grand opening. But they do have a ball. Most of them are young people. They bring the radios and TVs and guitar, and we keep the place open to furnish the people restroom facility, as well as serving them hot chocolate and ice cream. But it's wonderful way to get started off, just being kind to your customers. People looking for kindness. But I want to share with you some of the things that happened to me shortly after we established that document, the foundation of what Chick Fil A is all about. It. The following year, we had a 36% increase in sales. We never had happened up to that time, never have happened before. We have an incentive award for our operators if they have a 40% increase in sales 1 year over the year previous, that we award them brand new Lincoln Continental to drive for a year. We tell you might not like to drive Lincoln Continentals, but they look nice sitting in your driveway. Just sit there, you might impress some of your neighbors or friends. And so we had awarded 46 Lincoln Continentals that year. Like to bankrupt the companies buying Lincoln Continentals. And but in addition to that, it seemed like all kinds of avenue of opportunities. Went up to speak at Berry College to business class a couple of days. I'd never been there before, and I was struck in awe to see this beautiful, beautiful facility, 28,000 acres of land, the world's largest campus that was started and supported by great people like Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie and Theodore Roosevelt. And then I invited Dr. Chateau, the president, to come speak to our airport Rotary Club. And she revealed to me, said, Truett, the trustees voted to close the boarding school. That's 8th through the 12th grade, located 3 miles away from the main campus. And said, would you have any idea what we could use that for? Well, curiosity led me up there. And I was so amazed what all I saw. Beautiful, beautiful, complete campus, including a chapel, library, dormitory, dining room, practically a new gymnasium, and left void there. No activity whatsoever. I asked my wife, how do you feel, Jeanette, about this? She said, I feel I'm sitting in holy ground. And so it was. I suggested maybe we could invite young people who work at Chick Fil A and interested in coming to school there and go 3 miles away for the education. Well, Dr. Chateau said we'd have to have at least 50 students even thinking about reopening this. So we offer these students a $10,000 tuition scholarship, half of that absorbed by Chick Fil A and half by Berry College. And we were able to attract 68 wonderful students to start that program, 34 boys and 34 girls. That's just the way it happened. And so today we're in our 21st year of doing this, and we now award them $32,000 scholarship, half shared by Berry and half by Chick Fil A. There's no strings attached, but many of these college students, who we have some here today, that we call it the win shape, shaping individuals to be winners and that make a career in Chick Fil A. And so likewise, we started boys camp, girls camp. This summer we'll have close to 2,000 boys and girls that will be experiencing a 2-week camp experience there. And in addition to that, we built 3 foster homes there on campus of Berry. today we have 13 foster homes, and we have those in Georgia, one in Alabama, 3 in Tennessee, and 1 in Brazil. My daughter and her husband were Southern Baptist missionaries there for 10 years. And so in visiting with them, I challenged Truett and John, why not a foster home here? Land's cheap, labor's cheap, and 40 million street children. So we did build bought a farm and built a home, very nice home, and we've had taught by as many children that we could accommodate through the years. We have some that came there that was living in the woods that is graduating from college now. So we've been highly successful in that, but the disappointing is you're fighting a battle with the federal government and with the state government. They all have new sets of rules comes in now. And it appears right now that we might have to depart from taking any children from DFACs because they make it very, very hard on us. We had one little boy who's been in our camp all week, and on Wednesday of middle of the following week, the caseworker came and picked him up. They found another foster home for him. So we can't understand those kind of things. It's been some of them that's been just go from one to another. And as you think about missions, don't forget the community, right where we're standing. It's a lot of, by the time a child gets to be 18, only have a 50-50 chance of having both mom and dad living on the same roof together. And I teach Sunday school. I give them a questionnaire. What would you change in your home if you could change it? These are Christian homes. Are you thinking? It's hard work, but think, if you can, what you might think, the number one response. I would stop the arguing in our family. 2 little boys said, I would change if our daddy would come home and live with us. And we're seeing, as you said, America's been great because our faith in the Lord and the quality and stability of our homes. When I was in elementary school, 3rd grade, it was compelled that you bring a Bible verse into the homeroom teacher. And from those, that they would select one to be the Bible verse for the week. For a little fellow that did not receive very little recognition, my name was put up on the board with a Bible verse that I submitted. And it's Proverbs 22:1, that a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. I asked my Sunday school boys, how many of you would like to have $1 million? Of course, all the hands went up. We get a new home. Mama get some new dresses. Daddy get him a pickup truck and shotgun shells. And I get me a mini bike and all those things we love. I said, well, let me tell you something better than that. Is a good name, a good reputation. The boy asked me, well, if you have a good reputation, what? I said, well, it's nothing you can buy. You have to earn it every day. So you have to be careful what you do and careful in what you say, how important it is. Don't be so disturbed that you young people are not listening to you, but be very careful. They see everything you do. For that reason, we have to be very careful what we say and what we do. But I've had some great experience in foster kids. I had a boy and girl. I had to become their legal guardian to keep them because he was adoptable. 8 and left 11. But I always take them. I have a home up at Berry. I have one down at the Rock. And I sometimes carry the children out and spend the weekend, or they come spend the weekend with me. And on this particular time, we went out to celebrate with Jennifer and Michael, and we went out to eat, went to Walmart, got some necessities of life. Back then, it was baseball cards that they desperately needed. And but I take them home, and we would read scripture, pray together, and then I'd rock them to sleep.